It is Super Bowl Monday. It should have been Super Bowl Sunday, but Dave's got a crippling gambling addiction and was not here yesterday, so it is what it is. Fellas, welcome to the end, the finish line of Season 1, the VFL Super Bowl, the VFL League, the Virtual Football League in terms of hand egg, is here today. Of course, Season 2 begins soon, but we have to crown our champion. We have to crown our world champion of this division, of this league, in terms of the 32 players that entered it. Today, the Super Bowl, 2 teams. Think of this one for you Europeans out there like the Champions League final, like the final day of the Premier League title race between 2 teams. It is the Detroit Lions of Dirty Dave, who finished 15-2, of course, against the Jacksonville Jaguars of Killian, who finished 13-4. It is a big one tonight in terms of what these 2 teams bring. We saw Dirty Dave have some of the best defensive maneuvers in the whole of the playoffs when he took on Matimbu and beat the Green Bay Packers in that thrilling trilogy. But also the Jaguars have proven that they also are a very dangerous outfit. Go back and think about that game against Dio the Demon's Raiders. He didn't look like he was phased by any of the trouble that was coming, and it seemed like he had that mental fortitude to survive compared to maybe Dio, who just let his head go and let his head wobble and roll off. Of course, today I should have a Vince Lombardi trophy next to me to have gloves and show you. The winner of this today will get a custom Vince Lombardi trophy sent to their house, engraved with all the information of this game. It's VFL Season 1 Super Bowl winners, the teams, the scores, everything. This will be sent to their house. It's just not here with me physically because it's easier to order it from America if Dave wins, whereas if Killian wins, it's easier to send it to the UK if Killian wins. So a physical Super Bowl Vince Lombardi trophy will be going home to the winner tonight, as well as a free VFL hoodie and also some other goodies as well for our Season 1 winner, our Super Bowl winner. So, listen, it's all about weapons tonight. Of course, I may well have Batistuta with me. I may not. I don't know where he is, but I mean, that's Batistuta in a nutshell. He's here, he's there, he's nowhere. The big ones tonight, though, for the Dirty Dave Detroit Lions, it's going to be all about that incredible pass defense, but also about the incredible offense that he brings as well. You can see here, he's got the best defense in the division, the best pass defense in the division, the best in terms of yards, second best, but it's the rush defense that I worry for Dave. 19th out of 32 is his ranking for rush defense. Go over to Killian and the Jacksonville Jags and you'll see why this is a problem. Rushing yards, number 1 in the league. 2,553 rush yards for Killian. Of course, as well, his defense has been just as good. 1,132 rush yards defensively. So if Dave wants to run the ball today, he's going to need to be a little bit more tricky, a little bit more slippery, because Killian is going to have it on absolute lock. Of course, the offensive part of Killian's game, not too much to be scoffed at either. You look at that, 6th in the league for offense, 6th for yards as well. And when you look at his depth chart, you see the quality that exists there. Justin Fields may well look like a 79, but he's been playing like a 99. And then you go and you look at Travis Etienne Jr. How good has he been during the playoffs? You go and look at the other big star of the show here. I believe it's Chris Olave. Where is he? There he is. The 86 overall has been in fantastic form in the last couple of games. I mean, just look at some of these stats from the last one out. If we have this updated here, the conference playoffs here, look at this. So 4 receptions against Dio, no drops, 98 yards, 24 per average, 2 touchdowns. That is fantastic. Even go back to this one. This game here against the Titans to end the season. 77 yards, 100 yards against the Baltimore Ravens to kick off the playoffs. This is the danger man. This is the guy to look out for his receptions. Same can be said, though, for Travis Etienne Jr. and his rushing. When you go and look at the game log of Travis Etienne Jr., which, again, is just phenomenal in terms of the yards that he's picking up and everything that he's bringing together. Look at this. Last time out, 16 carries, 146 yards in 16 carries, 2 touchdowns. Go back to this one, the Carolina Panthers, the Tennessee Titans, 297 yards, 249 yards. These are numbers that give you MVP credentials. Equally, though, for Dave, his defensive line is solid. He has coped and handled difficult and more annoying I don't want to say prospects, but threats than Travis Etienne Jr. and Chris Olave. Today, though, it's going to be one of those where can he do it consistently? When the nerves hit, can he do it consistently? When the big occasion rises, when there's prizes on the line, is he so robotic that he can turn off all emotion? Or will Killian today, the EU representative, win the Super Bowl? It is a UK versus US Super Bowl. Dave representing the United States, the Detroit Lions, and of course, Killian representing the Jacksonville Jaguars for Europe. We go into our commentary booth. Batistuta, he's alive. I was afraid you'd be dead. Glad to see you. Because my voice is dying. It's finished. What do you make of this game today, Batty? Talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, both guys deserve to be here. You know, it's very much, I think, you know, you look at Dave as the favourite, but I think, you know, Killian's showed, especially in this playoff run, that he's not really going to be an easy game. I mean, that game yesterday was absolutely fucking mental. You know, and he dealt with a very kind of complex defense, showed me things that I didn't necessarily see of him at the start of the season. And, you know, it's just going to be one of those, can he keep his head against Dave?
Yeah.
Can he keep it, you know, because like Dave, as we've seen, once he kind of gets a 10-point lead, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree. I think it's going to be one of those today. How does this game start? How does it flow? I mean, I think, and I don't know if you share the same sentiment, this is the real potential today of being a high-scoring game. It's got that car crash feel about it, where effectively maybe they score, well, one scores, the other scores, one scores, the other scores. Do you get that feeling?
Yeah. I think it's very much going to be kind of a touchdown tennis, you know, first half, and then I'd fully expect one of them to kind of take control going into the third quarter. But yeah, Dave is very much the favourite here, even team-wise, but, you know, Killian has to back himself and give himself a chance here, so it's just nice to see an EU guy make it to the final.
100%. 100%. Well, listen, we haven't got to wait too much longer, Batty. We're going to go into it. The Super Bowl is live. Of course, there is going to be a bit of a giveaway today as well, so make sure you stick around for the end of this stream. There'll be information given there. But we're here, we're set, and we're ready. Dirty Dave and the Detroit Lions taking on Killian and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is for all the marbles. 9 weeks of work, Batty, through this league season to get here. It's a big one. Who are you going for personally? Gun to your head. Who wins the Super Bowl today?
Yeah, like if my life depends on it, Dave, but like I want Killian to do it for the AFC here. So yeah, very much want EU boy to get it done. Dave's just been an absolute monster since about game 3, so he's got it all to do here, but he's more than fucking capable of staying in this game.
I mean, how this game starts,
the fucking main event.
How this game starts could really set the tone. But what we do know immediately, the first piece of information, Batty, is that we know now that Dave is going to get the ball back in the second half. He kicks to Killian, and we're going to see that Travis Etienne Jr. and Chris Olave show to set us off.
Yeah. A very important key for Killian is to try and, you know, establish the dominance that he's had with ETN towards the latter half of the season. And Dave's no slouch when it comes to defense, as we've seen. But, you know, Travis Etienne has been absolutely phenomenal in recent weeks. So
I mean, Dave was teasing in that kind of chat.
Game.
It was the Super Bowl chat that effectively turned into a kind of main general earlier on today. I mean, Dave was teasing, didn't he, that he had something special planned for Killian defensively. What do you make of that?
Yeah, he was showing off like a strategy to basically not concede the run, which I kind of get, but yeah, it's there's a kind of unwritten rule that you have to rush 3 minimum. So the screenshot, you know, is good. You'll see it a lot in sort of like the Madden Bowls, like the kind of pro stuff. But yeah, I think Dave will be primarily mixing this shit up, to be honest. The important though is that, you know, Dave admitted himself he'd watched the AFC Championship game at least 4 times, so he's gonna kind of get a run of what Killian's doing quicker than normal. But I think Killian has definitely got, you know, more plays in his arsenal than he's letting out. I've seen him play in other leagues rather than this league, and
oh, that's a great
what a
reception.
find that is, by the way.
And that is a fantastic, fantastic game. Justin Fields, we said Batty playing out of his skin the last couple of games for the Jacksonville Jags. It's a big, big throw, a big, big reception, a big game there. The Jags onto the 35.
Yeah, perfectly timed, perfectly placed. Chris Olave is always coming away with that.
Well, let's see what the Jags cook up here. Travis Etienne Jr. there just being hit by a wall of white, though, by immediate rush. He's got to need to be a little bit kind of deceptive. It's same thing with Dave. Dave's got to be deceptive in his defense. Killian's got to be deceptive in his offense. Again, he's relied on 2 people. Do you think that's maybe a hindrance to Killian, how much he's relied on purely Travis Etienne Jr. and Chris Olave? Don't really seem to talk about any of Killian's other offensive weapons when we talk about the Jags, do we?
No, but I think there's you know, there's always kind of just those either that 1 or 2 guys that you kind of focus on throughout the season. It's very rare that you get like more than that. I know Dave's quite complete with like J-Mo, Laporte, Gibbs, but they all kind of work in tangent with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you've got the speed of Jameson Williams to create space for the Porter underneath, and, you know, again, you've got the clearance to give Jimmy or Gibbs a wee bit more space.
Again, but it's a pick, Batty! It's the first pick of the Super Bowl, and Dirty Dave's Detroit Lions have followed the corner route and have got the pick. Detroit on the football. Killian, the first mistake, and maybe a dangerous mistake in a game like this, Batty.
Yeah, so you'd beat him once with that corner, he with that corner out, and he switches on to a DB rather than the linebacker, and picks that time to absolute, pick timing, absolute perfection. Now we're going to see, you know, a wee bit of a Madden-esque jab from Dave, I probably expect from this drive, just to kind of see what Killian's going to give him here. Good stiff arm there. Great stiff arm.
Gets the first down, though. I mean, now when you're Killian, first quarter of this game, you've had the possession, you failed to score, you've thrown the interception. Is it just about quickly just dusting yourself down and getting mentally ready for the defensive task ahead? You can't get too in your own head, can you, Batty?
No, not at all. You know, Killian's created many turnovers himself this year. You know, he's got a fairly good defense himself. When I played against him, it was very much a defensive battle between me and him. But yeah, he's just gotta not go overly, not make it easy. But you know, you'd probably have to say he needs to kind of put Dave in the ship to kind of stand any chance of, you know, Dave making a mistake here, I'd say.
And that's the thing that maybe Killian's got to watch out for as well, isn't it, Batty? It's the same kind of pattern from Dave. We've seen him exploit those kind of immediate slants, those instant slants. I call them insta slants, right to the left or right when he's on offense.
Yeah,
he doesn't really
flats.
really go for bombs often. He's privy to it though. We saw him again in the game against Matimbu get a couple of bombs off the same round, but he's more of a check down artist, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And he throws it. He just makes good reads. You know, he's got good read progression. You know, you should always, if the flats are open, majority of the time you should throw it to the flat because after the catch you can, you know, get close to that first down, but as soon as Killian presses down, he's got, you know, the team and the players to punish him in behind here. So
100%.
Killian's done a good job of not kind of just luring him in. But see this concept on the outside, David's been doing this all season.
Oh, it's a great throw.
The Y or the B, that could be a pick.
Knocked out of his hands there.
Yeah.
Just knocked away.
Yeah, Killian needs to watch for that kind of, you know, corner street combo that Dave has absolutely cooked people with all season.
Yeah.
Very familiar concept.
Jared Goff, maybe B's open there, Batty, but goes to RB instead. St. Brown. And just wants to keep exploiting those corners. Maybe feels like maybe that there is a gap and opening there, but it does seem like what you saw, Batty, as St. Brown gets that reception. About 3 Jags players around him there, so was pretty close again to him being broken up or being picked off there.
Yeah, he was unfortunate. It was a guy that fell down at the line of scrimmage there that was meant to be on that guy, but...
Run there laterally. Oh, shrugs him off though, Batty. Look at this. Man. What a run. Oh, Jamar Gibbs. He keeps going, Batty, but he's onto the 24. 2 rushes for 27 yards. What a game Gibbs has started off having here for Dave's offense. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolute lightning, that boy.
And is that more, is it a combination of Dave's incredible stick work and the speed of Gibbs, or is that just all Gibbs? What do you put that down to?
Gibbs is definitely like fucking top 5 running backs on Madden, in my opinion. He's just got the right build, but you know, you combine that with a guy that knows how to use him. You know, I think the most important thing is the user. You can kind of make any running back work if you know what you're doing, but you know, you give Dave a weapon like Jameer Gibbs, and yeah, he's going to make you pay. Now, if you remember back to our game in week... Oh, be wide open. Yeah.
Right
if you remember back to our game in week 1, that he ended up bringing Gibbs in towards like the later half, end of the second half, rather than David Montgomery, and he effectively like cooked me with him as soon as he got on the field. So I think since week 1, you haven't seen David Montgomery at all, which I'd fully expect, because Montgomery is a very good back in Madden, but he's just not Jameer Gibbs. Doesn't have the same hands, doesn't have the same agility. But in this situation, you know, he's a bit of a monster.
Well, listen, tried to go right through the centre of Killian there, and Killian saying, not happening today. There's a gang of 3 right in front of him waiting for him. Hamilton there getting the hit, but I think this is going to be where the key on offense for Dave lies in, Batty. Just kind of switching up from those kind of wide routes to those kind of right over the top, down the middle routes. And you see Killian is covering those corners. That's why the big reception through the middle in the last kind of drive from Dave helped so much. So maybe he needs to just go right over the top of Killian, but obviously there is pick potential there if he does.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great throw though, and that's a touchdown. Yeah. Detroit open this game up, and Dirty Dave is looking anything but dirty today. It's professional Dave. 6-0 on the scoreboard. Conversion of the PAT will make it 7. That one there is going to be converted 7-0. What a start.
Yep. Efficient drive. 4-minute drive, 10 plays. Can't really get much better than that.
Now, do you think Killian, by the way, here, Batty, is going to take this at the 25 or try and get a return touchdown?
Nah,
he's going to take it at the 25.
Yeah,
thank you so much for the sub as well. Sorry, Batty, carry on.
When you put in a corner like that, you know, Dave's giving his defense time or his special teams time to get down the field and set up well. So I would expect, you know, him to come out in the second half, but in the first half, last thing you want to do is, you know, you just want to really get points on the board here more than anything.
Well, listen, it's a great start again on the drive. 2nd and 2, a gain of 8 there from the Jacksonville Jags, who know that Dave's going to get that ball back in the second half. Batty, you know, if you're the Jags here, do you slowly progress up the pitch? I like to say it's the Dio technique. Just slow gains, slow maneuver. Possession of the football needs to be pivotal.
He could be gone here.
Why did he hop? He could have been through the Batty if he didn't just hop and skip.
That was a good user by Dave, I think. You know, Dave looked like he was going to come down to him, cause Killian to, you know, make that split-second decision to juggle outside, and he didn't. he just stayed and kept running in behind. So I think that was more Dave catching him out there. Oh, that's unfortunate. 43 completely missed his block.
Second and 4, gain of 6. But
yeah,
as I said,
this is a better drive though.
Does he need to slow it down and just make this kind of last? Does he need to go in 7-7, or can he afford to give Dave the football back in this quarter and allow him to score maybe again and take this one to 14-7 with possession in the second half? Ooh.
Yeah, I think he might have had this, to be honest, because yeah, I would, with 3 minutes on the clock, I would absolutely try to make this the last drive.
And we get that 2-minute warning as well.
Dave's got that potency, you know, where
he does. That's the perfect word to describe him. He's got a potency when it comes to sniffing out killer moments in the game. I don't really want to say potency in scoring. It's just he can tell by looking at the clock, by looking at how his opponent is playing and how his opponent is selecting plays. He just knows when that first sign of doubt or anxiety creeps in, and that's what he just kills you with.
Yeah, he's definitely put a lot of study into this game since he started playing.
Etienne Jr. there tries to try for the middle. It's great though. Third and 5. This is a crucial third down now, but he needs to get over, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he does. If I'm Killian here, I don't even run a play. I just go to the 2.
I think he's going to take your advice here. No, he's not. Just slaps it beforehand.
Oh,
goes across, and that's
it's
good. Short. 4th and 5.
Oh.
Maybe a foot away at max, Batty. It was so close, but just threw it a little bit too early.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, man. It was wide open. He just threw it on. You just saw Justin Fields just took a step back there, just as he kind of, threw it. So, and first crunch time, 4th down for Killian here. But I absolutely, agree with this decision here. If you're going to win the ball, you're gonna need to make conversions like this.
Dropping, goes over the middle. Oh, Batty, that could be a pick. Batty, it's picked off. It's a pick from Dirty Dave. Yeah. And maybe, just maybe, Killian is still in a little bit of trouble because there's a minute 48 on the clock here. 3 timeouts. Dave can make this 14-0 and get the ball back in the 3rd.
He could, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with the arm punt there. He didn't really have much on. Instead of you've given Dave a couple of fucking, oh my lord, man, Jameer Gibbs.
A gain of 9
Christ.
Through not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
Off people, bro.
5 people, Batty. 5.
Yeah. It makes you consider whether your guys can actually tackle or not. He's just that kind of player,
Also, Dave would be thinking about 7, but I think he would accept 3. Goff there, absolutely hit from behind though. It's a big sack, needed that one. Time out from Killian there taken. 3rd and 3. Tell you what Killian will be praying for on his Christmas list right now, but is an interception. If Dave tries to throw the ball.
Wee bit of hesitation there from Dave. He had a couple of reads early on. Maybe that's a sign of just the kind of caliber of this game.
Ball here being scanned. Ball goes over the middle. Wonderful. And Reynolds here, juking by, and he could be gone. No, he's tackled in the end. I thought Reynolds was just going to skip on by, Batty, but that was so close. Dave was nearly gone there again.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just finding the gap between the zones there. Just straight between the safety and the linebacker. Great well-timed throw by Dave. Killian's playing it well here. Using the outside and stuff, but I think if he's going to do that, he needs to leave one of his linebackers in the middle.
The next drive there down the side. Wonderful stop there onto the 34. I mean, listen, Batty, you're talking about maybe best case scenario. Killian has to restrict him to 3. He cannot allow this game to go 14-0, can he?
No.
We're going to say 14-0 for Dave is a big score, yes, and people will look back and say, well, Dio was 14 up on Killian. But it just feels different when it's Dave, doesn't it, Batty? You've played against him.
Yeah, 100%. It's just this offense is absolutely no joke, mate. They got a absolutely world-class wide receiver 1 in Amon-Ra St. Brown, probably top 5 alpha receivers in the league. you know, a speed demon with Jameson Williams, a big boy with Josh Reynolds, one of the best young tight ends in the league in Sam Laporta, and one of the best young rookie running backs in Jameer Gibbs. The weakness of this team is the quarterback, but you wouldn't think that with how he uses Jared Goff. You know,
Yeah,
even the
100%.
O-line of this offense is fucking fantastic. So, yeah, it's just caliber team, caliber player. Yeah, just mate.
Gotta say about your special team, special player. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, 3rd and inches. He's gonna be kept in. Well, listen, 3rd and inches, 24 seconds, a timeout left for Dirty Dave. You have to say to yourself, you have to think that Killian needs a big stop.
Watch the right hand side here.
Hands up, an immediate,
yeah,
beautiful throw. And that's no, it's inbounds.
Yeah, fucking hell. Okay.
Dave using his last timeout, so what that means now is if this ball does not go out of bounds to the side or is not incomplete, that timer at the top there in 19 seconds will continue. That is exactly what Killian needs. He cannot allow this touchdown to happen.
Still in the same defense that he gave a touchdown on. Yeah, this man coverage. He needs to be careful here.
Oh, it's a flag, Batty.
Oh, it's a flag, yeah.
Oh my goodness me, that's from bad to worse for Dave. That's not what you want to see with 19 seconds left, but that is an absolute gift for Killian. 10 yards now.
Yeah. Killian's making him think here.
Doesn't look like a lot, but it does definitely creep up on you. 10 yards needed to get into the end zone. Goff breaking, Goff scanning, and Goff delivers.
Oh,
and that is a fantastic touchdown. The Detroit Lions up by 2, and they're going to get the ball back in the 3rd by 14-0 with this conversion of the PAT.
Yeah. And Killian now has what you'd say is 16 seconds to try and at least get points on the board here.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because, like you said and alluded to, people who go 2 scores down to Dave, they do not recover. They continue to melt. They continue to drift from focus, and they end up being 40 points down before they can even blink.
Yeah.
Going to need to be a big second half from Jacksonville and from Killian. Going to need a little bit of that Tom Brady magic in his team, no doubts. But I mean, for Dave though, Batty, so far this half, I mean, he's been faultless again. It's that similar type of performance of what we saw against Matimbu, isn't it?
Yeah, against Matimbu, against Vape, just completely flawless.
Oh my goodness me, look at that. A big incompletion, no sack, thankfully. With that pressure of Detroit continuing to come down the middle. I mean, what do you think from what you've seen though of Dave, offensively, defensively? What does Killian need to do to get the ball off of Dave
Dave plays,
in that second half?
Yeah, Dave plays pretty much the same shell every play. You know, he's sending guys deep in zones, double covering the corners, dropping his safeties back, and he leaves, you know, a couple of hitches. Oh, that's great blocking.
Flag. What for? Holding penalty.
Maybe?
2nd and 11.
Fucking hell, man. And it rains at Paul's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Killian's been in a similar position. Maybe not against the same kind of caliber of opponent, but he can force turnovers himself, and all it takes is one bad read, and you know, then that mind starts going a wee bit more, and you start taking a wee bit more time on your throws and stuff. So, still a lot of game left. It's not.
This one's just going to drift into the second half there, Matty.
But yeah.
Well, listen, while the second half.
Now I would suggest.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
it's alright, carry on. I was just going to say, no, I think, you know, if Dave does get a score here, I would, you know, I would be paying out the bets, but if Killian can fucking, you know, force a turnover here or hold him to 3, you know, I think he's still in this game, but yeah, like say a wee bit more aggression. He needs to get, you know, the guys that have been nailing the quarterback all year in there. You know, come out this second half guns blazing. You've got fuck all to lose. Just try and force a turnover.
There you go. Well, listen, while this kickoff happens, a reminder to all of you as well, we're going to be doing a bit of a community vote in regards to a couple of the main league awards. We're going to be doing an admin vote for the Walter Payton Awards, which we'll be giving a little bit of a brief on when it comes out. I'll be doing that privately for the commissioners. But just like we do the Ballon d'Or votes on the FIFA side of VFL, we're going to be allowing you, the GMs that are staying with us in Season 2, to vote on who you think the coach of the year, the coach of the season is for Season 1 in this main league. Main league managers and reserve league managers will be able to vote based on the information that is given to them, so we will have more information about that in the Discord. But look at this, Batty. This could be bad already, and this is gone, Batty, and it's Williams, and this one, touchdown. And like you said, Batty, when it rains, it pours. 21-0.
Yeah. It's just that he's just one of those players, you know. JMO on the outside, if you leave him one-on-one and he cooks the corner, it's just a touchdown every time. I dare say Dave's probably thrown that pass about 500 times in practice. You know, just waiting. He's just waiting and waiting, seeing what the safety in the corner do, and if it goes your way, touchdown every time. Great throw by Dave, great timing, and it was unfortunate. Killian just came down a wee bit there. You know, he had to go a wee bit more aggressive, and I get that, but if you got a wee bit more aggressive, you more than likely want to double Jamison Williams.
Well,
that's
listen,
just it, you know. Dave's just so many weapons, you know. If you're doubling one guy, another guy that can hit you is going to be wide open. So
now, of course, you know, 3 scores down. Killian has to find one of the... Oh, it's a pick again, Batty, and this is it now. Dave could be laying it on thick hit. This is what Dirty Dave does. He smothers you, he makes you lose focus, he gets the points on you, and before you know it, you're not just 2 scores down, Batty, you're 4, 5, 6 down.
Yeah, that was wasn't the worst. Yeah, it was very well covered. The guy next to Zay Jones, I think, was about open. He might have got that with Zay if he'd free-formed it. But again, you know, great coverage by Dave's defense, and yeah, this just looks to be a mismatch at this point, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dave continuing to drive forward. He wants that 4th touchdown, and he wants to really send a statement ahead of Season 2. He wants to be the dynasty, doesn't he? You hear that so much often as an American football fan, as an NFL fan with the Chiefs, but maybe, just maybe, it's a Detroit dynasty that's coming here from Dirty Dave, because he does not look at all beatable, Batty. He looks incredible again today, just sensational since he's been in these playoff matches.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's, you know, it's only going to make these guys that are getting to this stage better. You know, if you want an example of how you can go and learn this game in, let's say, 3 months, Dave is that guy.
Oh, they've been picked off, but...
He's getting so unlucky, man. Like, if that's Dave's guy, that's a pick. I'm just going to say it. That's just the way this game's been going, you know. He's had a couple where, you know, he could have gone up and got it, but yeah, good breakup regardless. But those are the kind of things that you just want to fall your way in this situation. But
oh, and that there, Batty, is a 4th. It's a touchdown
God,
again.
Man.
Detroit makes
That's
it
4. That's a
4.
great throw by Dave, by the way. Absolute dope.
28-0.
Yeah.
Wild. Talk to us a little bit more about that throw there, but I know you wanted to get something off your chest there. Talk to us.
Yeah, he just he threw it up high, you know, to his big guy on a smaller corner. I don't know if it was a high point throw. I don't think so. I think what he did was he just clicked on to Josh Reynolds and was able to, you know, bring him in, and aggressive catch before the corner reacted. But yeah, great throw by Dave, great timing, and this is just an absolute mountain to climb.
Yeah,
you know,
4 scores against someone like Dave's caliber.
For this, it'll be one of the most fucking legendary things I've ever fucking seen, man.
Yeah, if Killian wins this game from this position, then there's going to need to be probably one of the... There's many great moments in VFL's history across all the games we play. You think about the Nightfall stuff in UFC, you think about the infamous Champions League wins through so many players. But, I mean, this would be up there if Killian can come back from this. So first down, it's a good start from Travis Etienne. 10 rushes, 40 yards, though, only today. Only 4 yards per average. Not the worse for a running back, but it's not what we're used to seeing from Killian Travis Etienne Jr. Of course, as well, don't forget, Season 2 of the NFL League does begin shortly. Season 2 of the Reserve League actually began today. Games have already been played. Welcome and congratulations to our Reserve League GMs who have gotten involved. And of course, it's pre-season week this week back for the main league. Free agency windows, of course, this week with the NFL draft happening on Sunday, which will be live for the first round. So be here Sunday, 6:30 p.m. UK time, 1:30 p.m. US Eastern. Everyone in that main league, we're going to see what you're drafting up in the first round. Get your notepads out, get your microphones and your ties ready. You're going to need to make some calls to Roger Goodell and tell him who you want to pick up and who you want to sign.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a couple of things I need to tell the folks too, about your franchise tag if you can't sign somebody back. I know that some people might not be aware, but somebody refuses and wants to leave you in free agency, you can franchise tag them. I mean, that's what I'm going to have to do because I can't afford to re-sign one of my best players, so he'll just be on a tag for next year. But yeah, he's I think, yeah, there might be a couple rule changes too, but yeah, I need to go over with you and CJ about the whole free agency breakdown, because we're going to need to kind of give people time to re-sign people and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll probably advance it past.
Great throw.
What a fucking sign that is, by the way. Yeah. Great free form, though.
No huddle there. He's knowing that there's urgency in this game now. Justin Fields, can he find another quick dot?
Go.
But it's an immediate hit. No sack, but an incomplete again. 2nd and 10. Of course, like I said, beyond the NFL draft, a week today, Matty, opening games of Season 2, then that's what the aim is, the schedule is. So game week 1 for the main league, next Monday. Get it penciled in.
Yeah, I think what would be maybe a couple of changes, I think, for Season 2. Oh, wow. Oh,
so close.
Christ. I'm going to implement how many times you can call a certain play in a game and stuff like that. Because now everybody's used to it. We'll kind of make it a wee bit more expansive and closer to what every other league kind of does. But oh no. Fucking hell, man.
Is that Killian just getting...
Like shitting himself?
Is that Killian
he's just on his back
rushy?
foot a wee bit more. Yeah. Those kind of dodgy throws have been because he's been, dropping back just a little bit too much. But
well, field goal here to get the Jacksonville Jags on the scoreboard. Says, I may be in the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to be shut out in the Super Bowl. And that one there is good. Jacksonville have their first 3. But what that does mean, Batty, is it opens the door for Dave to go and get another 7. And he is relentless, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen this goal line in the Super Bowl before, so...
Absolutely, we have. And of course, don't forget as well... it could be a return, Batty. Oh, no.
God.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Good evening.
What could you even say about that, Batty? Dirty Dave making the most exceptional use of the return, driving through, touchdown. He's just on a different stratosphere today, is Dave, isn't he? The Lions go to 35-3 in this Super Bowl. Killian just doesn't look like he's at the races, Batty. This looks like it's a Ferrari against a fucking 1920s horse on the ranch.
Oh, this game reminds me of...
Go on.
Space Jam.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's like humans versus aliens. Genuinely, because the fucking blocking he got for that fucking return was absolutely crazy. But the thing is, it's not even the first time it's happened this year, he's returned numerous kicks, and, he just kind of spent a lot of time. He knows that a lane's going to open up, and he's taken it and took it to the house. But yeah, it's... What a fucking display by Dave.
Yeah, it's just, and this is the guy now. This is the standard, isn't it? I mean, you've got a lot of great guys coming up from the reserve. You've got CJ coming in with the absolute financially crippled New Orleans Saints. But I mean, this is the guy. This is the A side. Big flag there though.
That's a pin on Dave, I think.
Offensive pass interference it is. But I mean, how do people look at this, a game like this, a game like the one against Matimbu, and how do they start to set up in season 2 with the aim to beat this guy? Because he just doesn't look like he's got any gaps.
He's just running things that the community hasn't really, or the majority of the community doesn't know how to deal with.
Mm.
You know, say he's doubling up the outside, and you know the thing is, like, there are gaps in his defense. It's just they're not there very often. You know, and I just think in terms of ability, offense and defense wise, he's just kind of 2 clicks ahead of the majority of the league. I don't think it will take people long to catch up to Dave, but the scary thing is like we've seen what Dave's like in other games. He could improve further, you know.
Yeah.
So,
especially now he's in CJ's kind of elite league as well.
That? Yeah. It was a weird throw.
3rd and 4th though. Killian continues to search for answers, but he can't really seem to find anything. Of course, details on the giveaway today as well. Me in the NFL Discord, it's a Super Bowl final here today. So, of course, all the people that are able to get into the NFL Discord and partake in the NFL Discord. Oh, fumble. Oh, and it's a return to Dave.
Man.
Oh, God, mate. Oh, God. Oh. What can you say at this
it's
point?
like they're playing. It's like they're from fucking Mars, mate. Honestly, like I'm so fucking glad I played this guy week 1. And if I play him next year, I'm gonna cry because I know that he's gonna want to kick my fucking shit in. So after the week 1 loss, but yeah, he's just the levels above everybody else.
And the thing is as well, mate, this is a guy that's doing this in a main league with no abilities. You know, that's the thing. How did some of these guys coming up from the reserve league who have been used to all those kind of, superstar abilities that they've had at their disposal, how are they going to cope against Dirty Dave? That's the other factor.
I don't know, mate. I think by the end of next season he might get fucking bored and he'll be playing for money or some shit. Genuinely.
Well, 4th quarter's upon us. It's a 32-point game. And I think Killian...
Going into Madden 25, I think you need to give everybody a skill rating. And then, make Dave get the last fucking team available.
I mean, people have
Dave and
suggested
CJ at the bottom of the list, mate.
Yeah, the Jets and the Broncos.
Don't give them the fucking Jets. They'll be class next year.
Fair enough. Thank you as well to Hayes M1200 for the follow as well. But so far, man, it's an absolute big one as well. Jay-Z and Matimbu is the NFL GOAT. The guy that's winning here smashed Matimbu in the playoffs, man. So I mean, that shows you how good Dirty Dave is as well. It's a difficult opponent to be able to take out. I mean, it just more so puts kind of emphasis on how well players like yourself, Batty, and Matimbu have done against Dave. The only 2 losses Dave took this season were against you two, no?
Yeah. Yeah, but again, I don't think week 1 Dave is anywhere near this Dave. So I got it easy. After week 4, he just kind of hit another level, but he's missed it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Didn't hit enough on it. Yeah.
Well, listen, as well, you can see Killian there. He's already feeling down. Says in the chat, apologies for the disappointment, lads. You got Marla there picking up, saying you're in the Super Bowl, nothing to apologize for. And that's the thing about it. It's so difficult to just remind yourself how many quality opponents you've had to get past to get to this stage. You're in the best 2. You're in that conversation. It's just the gap right now between 1st and 2nd is universal almost. This is like LeBron James playing in the Greek basketball league, isn't it? It's Ronaldo rocking up the Solihull Moors and playing with the kids, isn't it? This is just where Dave is at. He's just so damn efficient in defense, in offense, and everything.
Yep. Yeah, and this Lions team is in good stead to kind of stay like this for a few years. So if this was a multi-league, season franchise, this would be an absolute nightmare. Great find. Touchdown. Go. Oh, unlucky.
course, as well. There's conversations taking place between closed doors, so behind closed doors between me and CJ, as to how we can make sure that the franchise is at least kind of carried over into 25. We know CJ does kind of his custom edits and whatnot, so I need to talk to him tonight, see how we can kind of make, you know, the teams at least feel somewhat similar going into 25 from 24. I'd love a carryover, just like Football Manager does nowadays, where you can import your save from last year into this one. I wish we could do that, but again, there's going to be ways around it. We will find a way around it. This is very much going to be another kind of...
That is absolutely unreal. How is that not a touchdown?
I don't know how that's not a touchdown.
Like, genuinely, is he fucking hacking? Like, Jesus fuck. Like, Killian has had absolutely no run of this ball here at all. I mean, fair credit to Dave because the scoreline. Oh my god. Fuck me.
Like you're saying, I wish the games went from 6 minutes to 8 minutes a quarter. Too long. Way too long.
Yeah.
You don't. You say that, but you don't. Yeah, you would not like that, Lucky, if you're on the business end of an absolute class action arse whooping. I will tell you that. So
yeah, those games are fun when you're better than the other guy. You know?
Yeah.
If you're not, then he's just miserable.
Of course, as well, like I said, there are still there's a waiting list there for Season 2. If you've enjoyed watching all of the Madden content this time round and this season for the last couple of months, get involved. All skill levels are welcome. We've got a main league, so you can fight or face off against guys like Dave and Killian here. Or there's a reserve league, people that are new to Madden, never really played it, never really gone online and tried to play it. There is a reserve league, another 32 players. The games are unstreamed, but it's a great proving ground and a great training ground for you in there. And Dave, look at that bat, he just breaks through. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Such an efficient runner. He's going to go down, of course, due to the rule book. He knows he can't score. He's already 28 points clear. There's no need to add any insult to injury here, but it's just been sensational. Been sensational. When do free agents go live, says Rosini. Batty, I'll leave that one to you.
Free agents will be live after everybody's re-signed everyone, and I make sure that everybody's used their franchise tag. The last thing I want is somebody not knowing that they save, you know, one of their superstars going to free agency, because that would, you know, make you a wee bit upset if you then found out about that later, you know. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that people are aware that you know, you can franchise one player per season.
Of course, as well, like I said,
yeah,
go on back, sorry, carry on.
I think it would be advancing to staff week after this, and then probably free agency later tonight, I'd imagine, or maybe tomorrow, or final signing, sorry. But yeah, I'll make sure that to get everybody to like tick the message to make sure they've seen it before I advance, kind of thing.
There you go. Well, see, we've got a plan, we've got a schedule, we know what we're doing. So, getting excited for the draft, though, should be good. There's a lot of action in terms of kind of the admin side of things for all the teams in the main league this week. So, should be good. CJ saying re-sign period needs to be about 24 hours so everyone has an opportunity. If they don't, it's on them.
Yeah, I think re-sign one will probably be 24, 36 hours, and then you can probably quicken it up after that.
Yeah, so that's more than fair.
Yeah. Majority of free agents are going to be signed in the first period and the second period. The third and the fourth is mainly just for guys that, you know, are depth and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's let people go, and you know, it's not going to be as drastic, I think, as it could be, because it's only going to be the 2-season kind of deal. But yeah, be interesting to see. There'll be some big names hitting free agency, so a lot of teams could look very, very different next year.
Yeah,
especially with the draft too.
Fun time with some of the, because there's a lot of teams in cap hell, there's a lot of teams in cap heaven, isn't there? So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see who can make what work.
Exactly.
Well, listen, this game continues to just run further and further away from Killian. There's not too much left of this one now, and you know, it's never nice being on the end of an arse pummeling, but I think Killian will take it. I think Killian will understand what he needs to do now going into season 2, and still a fantastic season from Killian nonetheless. You know, the conference went, look at that, touchdown denied through the interception. I think it was an interception. No, it was just
what the fuck?
What the? I'm
How
completely
the
bamboozled
fuck's
my
he
brain.
picked that, man?
I don't know. I'm so confused how he's just snatched out of the air, Matty. It was like
This
a
is
turnaround spin
ridiculous.
catch. What the fuck?
Watch the J-Mo here. Just gonna kick him and he's gone. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Tackle
That's
him
why you
again.
can't press him, mate. Every time.
And
Sorry, Matimbu cooked me because I did the same thing on Christian Watson. So, yeah.
And again, just a recap. Again, the giveaway this evening will be taking place in that VFL NFL Discord. So again, feel free to get on in there. But
Yeah.
you don't plan to play NFL and just want to come in there for the giveaway, then you can chance your luck. But I would probably advise you not to. Giveaway is just a VFL hoodie, to be fair. Just giving one away. We've got like a bunch left still. So there you go. I mean, if that deters you, then go for it. But trying to give something back. I'm already spending was it 80 to 100 pound on the trophy for the for Dave here. So I mean, it should be one that goes on the mantelpiece quite nicely for Dave. And I mean, again, you can take nothing away from Dave. You can take nothing away from Killian either. It's just a very, very difficult game. A very good season for both, Batty. But this is, like you said, this is what effectively makes you a better player. It's effectively what gives you more to think
Yeah.
about going into season 2.
Killian's going to learn shit tons more off this game
Yeah.
than most games this season, you know? So, yeah. But congrats to Dave. Vape will be crying. The Lions have won a fucking Super Bowl.
Well, listen, this is a moment for Dave. It was a monstrous performance. One of the biggest Super Bowl point gaps you'll see. Dirty Dave, 859, Super Bowl champion here this evening. Wonderful season from Dave. He came back from those defeats to Batistuta's Chiefs, to the Green Bay Packers controlled by Matimbu. But there is the ultimate prize, the Vince Lombardi trophy, back to the city of Detroit. It is a 38-3 score. And again, who is going to be the guy to challenge Dirty Dave in season 2? Because he looks far and above, a cut above the rest, Batty.
Yeah, he does. It's very, very complete performance. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the state of his team dev traits wise as well, because
Yeah.
I don't think the Super Bowl teams get the majority of their upgrades until after it's sim. So what I'll do is I'll load it up now while we're on and advance it.
Okay, well, listen, of course, we're going to be in contact with Dave to get him that Vince Lombardi trophy to his house. It's going to be a physical trophy, not, I don't think life size, but like pretty decent size for Dave. So hopefully he appreciates that. We're going to get a little bit of the the engraving of the game today on there as well. So congratulations. Of course, there's the other side of things, the virtual trophies that are on website accounts already. For example, Killian got his divisional championship trophy. Kizzle in the reserve league got his divisional championship trophy. So again, there's physical trophies here in the VFL NFL league. There's also virtual trophies as well on the website. So make sure that you're getting involved. A really, really, really good season 1. I mean, overall, Batty, how would you rate the season from 1 to 10? 1 being fucking abysmal, cancel season 2, 10 being the greatest thing you've ever done in your life. Are you surprised by the quality? Surprised by the talent? What did you like about it? What did you hate about it? Talk to me. What's the feedback on it?
I'd say 9. Yeah, I think there are a couple of like moments where like people are not unnecessarily being knobheads, but apart from that, I just love the fact that we've now got, you know, a community that's able to run a franchise,
Mm.
you know, and I think it's gonna do nothing but grow. So it's nice to get, you know, see the evolution of everybody that was fairly new to this game, and even the people that, you know, weren't new to this game who have evolved their game to a decent level. A lot of nice surprises, a lot of very good moments, a lot of blowouts, you know. So going into season 2 with, you know, the main league getting a wee bit more competitive, and the reserve league, to be fair, it's going to be very interesting.
Well, there you go. Great words from one of the commissioners here. Like I said as well, in that VFL NFL Discord, there's going to be a couple of kind of oncoming votes. There will be a private internal vote for the commissioners for the Walton Payton Award, but there's also going to be the public vote for you guys taking part in season 2 in relation to the coach of the season, of course the Ballon d'Or of the season. So many people will look at guys like Dirty Dave, Batty, but there's other people in there. You've got the likes of Matimbu, who has improved dramatically. You've got the likes of Killian. You've got the likes of Dio the Demon, of course, with the 54 overall Perkins getting all the way to the conference championship. I mean, there's so many great contenders for that Coach of the Season award, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of Oh, so I've just advanced, and we've got a few big retirements here.
Okay,
To
go
be
on.
fair.
Breaking news, Sky Sports, Batistuta, talk to us.
Right, so Bears, Mercedes Lewis, Bills, Von Miller, Broncos, Sue, Buccaneers, tight end Jimmy Graham, Cardinals, Chandler Jones, Roger Saffold, Casey Hayward, DT Nick Williams for the Chargers, Jerick McKinnon for the Chiefs, Colts Joe Flacco, unlucky vape, this is going to hurt, right tackle Lane Johnson, left end Brandon Graham, Trent Williams for the 49ers is retired. I'm just naming the big ones here. Ty Hilton for the Packers, Latavius Murray, Xavier Rhodes, Akeem Hicks, Ryan Griffin, all for the Packers. Calais Campbell and Matt Prater for the Rams. Carlos Dunlap for the Commanders. Harrison Smith for the Vikings, and Nick Folk for the Texans, and Case Keenum for the Texans. Nick Folk for the Titans. Sorry.
There you
So
go.
yeah, a few big retirements. So Aaron Donald does not retire.
And then Marlon second Stafford retired, please. Well, listen, retirements are in. You've advanced it, like you said, Batty. So people are good to kind of get in and take a look at what the aftermath is of their team once the dust settles. For now, though, that is the season 1 of the VFL League, the Virtual Football League, the Virtual Hand Egg League done. Super Bowl winners across both divisions. The main league Super Bowl champions, the Detroit Lions through Dirty Dave, and the Reserve League Super Bowl champions, the LA Chargers, through Scuba Pat. Congratulations to both of them. Can't wait to see maybe what those two can cook up against one another in Season 2 in the main league. And of course, like I said, the plan is outlined in terms of the schedule when we're doing things. So we have a plan, we have an outline. Please trust in us. And again, if you need absolutely anything, then please drop us a DM on Discord. We're going to look to get through to you tonight as well. Apologies about my voice again. It's still recovering after the Saka goal yesterday in the Arsenal game. So we should be back to normal, hopefully in a couple of days at least. And beyond that, have a wonderful night. Thank you again to all the hard work from guys like Batistuta, guys like CJ, guys like Scarata, guys like Vape. And of course, thank you mostly to all of the GMs that played Season 1. Even if you aren't playing Season 2, even if you're taking a break, the league has only managed to work because we've had 64 people that were competent, that were wanting to do this and made it work. So again, a really big thank you to all 64 GMs from Season 1. Thank you so much as well. There will be a ping, I imagine, about the re-sign period. Batty, there's someone there saying literally just now, can we advance again to re-sign or no?
No, we're not yet.
So there you go.
I will probably do it in about half an hour to an hour. I just want to make sure that, everybody's re-signed their staff and at least has had like 2 tries at trying to re-sign somebody. Because it's, if you leave it to the re-sign period, you've got like 1 attempt, and if they say no, you've got to tag them or they leave.
Well, kind of seems just said I just re-signed Minshew. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, that may not be a bad thing with how bad the quarterbacks in the draft look. So, but yeah.
Got to make handlebar mustache work. We'll get one more question. Kissel's just said Batty. He said edit Henry's contract. There you go. Nothing too serious. Then that's
no, mate, because he left you in real life. So
yeah, hold forever. Anyway,
if you've re-signed him, that's your fucking prerogative.
Thank you so much for being here today. It was next to the opening day of the VFL NFL League. It was the highest view one. I think it peaked at around about high 50s, low 60s. So a really great spectacle there on the Super Bowl. Have a wonderful evening. That's all I've got for you. We'll be back tomorrow for VFL midweek on the FIFA pitch, as well as the VFL BMF Grand Prix in the UFC Octagon. So we've got stuff for you from 7:45 all the way to around about 11:30 tomorrow. Join us then. For now, though, Batty, a wonderful Super Bowl indeed. And with that, the Detroit Lions, once again, Super Bowl winners. Congratulations to Dirty Dave and the Lions. We are out. Have a good evening, folks. We're done.